Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to dive into a major theme park, but we're not talking about a new ride or a flashy show. Nope. We're looking at an attraction you literally can't find anywhere else, a place of quiet, a sanctuary. And its story, well, it tells you everything you need to know about its legendary founder. Think about the last time you were at a theme park. You know that feeling, right? The roar of the coasters, the music blasting from every corner, the sheer number of people. It's a blast for sure, but man, it can also be just a total sensory overload. So, what if a park decided to do something completely different? What if they offered a real escape from all that hustle and bustle? Not another ride, but a place where you could actually catch your breath, right in the middle of all the chaos. Well, that quiet oasis actually exists, and you'll find it at Dolly Parton's Dollywood in Tennessee. Yup, tucked away among all the rides and shows is something you would probably never expect to see inside a theme park. So instead of another giant, looping roller coaster, Dollywood has a chapel. I'm not kidding. The Robert F. Thomas Chapel is a real, honest-to-goodness, one-room country church. It's a space that's there for one reason, for anyone who just needs a quiet moment. Now, you might be thinking this is just, a prop, a themed building. But that couldn't be further from the truth. This chapel has a history that's incredibly personal, and get this, it was there before the park even existed. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to go back in time. The chapel itself, it was built way back in 1973. That's a full 13 years before the park ever opened its gates as Dollywood. So this wasn't an add-on, it was a community landmark long before anyone was even thinking about roller coasters. And here's where it all clicks into place. The name on the chapel? Dr. Robert Thomas. He was a local doctor and a preacher, a huge figure in the community. But more than that, he was the very doctor who delivered baby Dolly Parton. How incredible is that? It connects this tiny chapel right to the heart of her own life story. So what's it actually like to go to church inside a theme park? I mean, can you hear the roller coasters? Let's dive in. And yeah, these are real live services, not just for show. They happen every single Sunday morning during the regular season. And get this, during their famous Smoky Mountain Christmas Festival, they're so popular they add a service every single afternoon. The service itself is short and sweet, just about 30 minutes long. And it's interdenominational, which means it's designed to make everyone feel welcome. And boy, is it popular. We're talking over 200 people packing in there every Sunday. And what's really amazing is that 60% of those folks are repeat visitors. For them, it's become a key part of their whole Dollywood experience. So who's leading these unique services? That would be Chaplain Joey Buck. He's been the on-staff chaplain for the entire park for more than 16 years now. A real fixture. Okay, but here's one of my favorite parts. One of the best traditions is totally spontaneous. Chaplain Buck actually invites people who are just sitting in the pews to come up and be the choir for the day. Can you imagine? Every single week, a brand new choir of total strangers comes together to sing. It's got to be such a cool, one-of-a-kind experience. And leading this impromptu choir? A Dollywood legend in her own right, Miss Cricket Russell. She's been a performer in the park for ages, and for over 30 years, she has volunteered her lunch break to direct the music. Think about that. 30 years. That just says so much about the heart of this place. So when you step back and think about it, what does having a real working chapel in the middle of a theme park actually mean? Well, it points to something that makes Dollywood completely different from pretty much any other park out there. I mean, think about it. Most theme parks are all about more. More noise, more speed, more nonstop action. But Dollywood strikes a different kind of balance. They've got the world-class thrills, for sure, but they also give you something deeper, a space for quiet, for reflection, for just connecting. So in the end, that little chapel isn't just another thing to see on the park map. It's really the soul of the whole place. It stands for that unique Appalachian charm, that mix of entertainment, community, and heritage that is just so Dolly Parton. It's a perfect reflection of her values. And it kind of leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? In a world that's always screaming for bigger, faster, and louder, maybe the moments that we remember most, the ones that really stick with us, aren't found in all the noise, but in the quiet spaces in between.